For a man over 40, belly fat and love handles are insanely easy to gain, yet notoriously frustrating and difficult to lose. Sucks, I know, and I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you that I have some type of magic formula to prevent you from gaining it or isolate and destroy it either, because I don't. And because I'm sure you're smart enough to know that spot reduction isn't a tactic that's gonna work. But what I can offer you today is the promise of what can expedite the process of burning fat all over your body and allow for you to stick to a more sustainable plan for that fat loss to reach your midsection. So if the old 100 sit-ups and side bends followed by an hour on the treadmill per day, all matched with an insanely miserable and unsustainable low-calorie diet just ain't cutting it for you, and you just feel like everything you're doing right now is in vain or an act of complete futility, then shelf that shit and listen up. Because today, I'm gonna share the God's honest truth about what actually does work, as well as hook you up with the type of routine you should be doing to tighten things up. So to begin with, let's start with a harsh reality. The reason you're likely struggling with fat buildup around your waistline, outside of the obvious case for most, which is just a poor diet that has you in a perpetual caloric surplus matched up with a lack of training, is the fact that you're a dude, first off, and that men typically store more fat in this area, and it's also your genetics, which tend to play a role in where you tend to more prevalently store body fat. Again, I know this may suck to hear, but it's the truth, and you have to face the truth. You can either face it or you can fight it. That said, this doesn't mean you're helpless or hopeless. It just means you have to remedy the problem at hand. So that begs the question, how do you fight this issue? What are you supposed to do to remedy this problem? Especially as a man over 40 when your anabolic hormone output and your metabolism sink compared to when you were in your 20s and 30s. What you're gonna need to do to make this both achievable and sustainable is focus on creating a slight daily caloric deficit that helps you better utilize that fat around your midsection for use as fuel, but do so in a way that won't tank your anabolic hormone levels or your metabolism that help facilitate fat loss. And the need to do this is where most guys fail. They hear caloric deficit and focus on an extremely low calorie diet and extreme bouts of daily conditioning. And this may work in the short term, but eventually your body does what it does best, which is adapts and stabilizes. So what initially works then ceases to work, leading to you not just being absolutely miserable with that daily process and not seeing any results, but your body now responding by conserving fat tissue and burning off muscle tissue instead. It basically goes into survival mode. So here's what you need to do to override that nightmare situation. First off, stop with the extreme low-calorie diets. You're not a sorority girl, you're a man, and no man should have to voluntarily subject themselves to a daily diet that consists of less than 1,500 calories per day if they can avoid it. Not only is it miserable and will likely make life miserable for everyone else around you, but it's not gonna work long term. Instead of trying to lose weight fast, which will always backfire on you, aim to hit a 250 to 500 calorie daily deficit. Yes, this requires you to measure and monitor your intake, and yes, that too blows, but you gotta do it. Because as the old saying goes, you can't manage what you don't measure. And at the end of the day, fat loss is at its root all about satisfying the mathematical equation of needing to burn 3,500 more calories than you consume in order to drop a pound of body fat. Now, diet is extremely clutch and important in pursuit of satisfying that equation, but it's not the only factor in play. There's also the second part of that equation, what you're doing to actively burn off those calories. Your training. This is where most men act counterintuitively. They prioritize aerobic conditioning over anaerobic conditioning. Big mistake. Remember, lean muscle tissue does a very good job of using or burning fat for fuel. So if you're in an extreme caloric deficit because of a crazy ass low calorie diet and you're doing exercises that have a tendency in that low fueled state to break down muscle for use as energy, then you're gonna lose one of your most valuable fat burning assets, muscle tissue. So instead of just relying exclusively on low intensity steady state cardio that is burning through your lean muscle mass, prioritize moderate to heavyweight training circuits like you'll see shortly via my push-pull hinge kettlebell descending ladder set, and then supplement that with your traditional low intensity steady state cardio. These quick, intense, consolidated workouts are not only muscle sparing in nature, but will help elevate your metabolism as well. Also, you can burn more fat, not just in the workout, but at rest too. So when it comes down to it, you shouldn't be choosing between low intensity and high intensity work. You should be doing both together. Look, I'm telling you from empirical data as well as experience, this more quick, high intensity and balanced strength training centric approach with a side order of daily low intensity steady state work that's matched up with a reasonable and more sustainable caloric deficit focused diet will put you in a perpetual fat burning state throughout the day that will eventually lead to you burning the fat around your stomach. So stick with this gradual, steady, and sustainable approach, and I promise that the fat loss process will eventually reach the more stubborn belly area that you may be struggling with right now. Now, enough talking, let's get to work on today's killer kettlebell and bodyweight push-pull hinge fat burning strength circuit. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's fat loss tips and routine. If you did and want more like it that help improve the speed, degree, practicality, and sustainability of the results that you're looking for while sticking to a strict daily time budget, then be sure to hit the thumbs up button so I know I'm providing you guys with the content that you're looking for from me here. Subscribe and tap the alert icon so you get notified the instant I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you have not done so already, then please make sure that you join the now over 1,400 men just like you who are desperately hungry for real life gains, yet short on the time they can invest daily to achieve them by starting the Kettlebell Warrior 30-day challenge for free via visiting the registration page on either the first link you see in the description box or the pinned link in the comment section down below. This rapid fat loss and strength boosting plan is 100% free, it's effective, and it's something I can promise will not just improve your overall physique, but your mindset as well. So to access every single module that comes with it instantly, just visit one of those two links below and you can get started on it right now. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. Chandler out.